Hey everyone, this is Escape Radio, and I'm your host, Frankie Aki. Thanks for joining me. This episode is about rock and roll. African slang for having sex, rock and roll doesn't have a singular sound or context in speech. Rock and roll is a fuck you to tyranny and oppression. It isn't an attitude, it's a way of life. It isn't a demeanor or a style of dress, it's an idea. A philosophical thrust that propels one toward his or her desire, dream, or destiny. With that said, let's escape.
You turn all the darkness away. Shine. The star always guiding my way.
The album for this week is A Way Outta Here by Yogi Lang. Yogi Lang committed himself to the art early on, playing in bands as a teenager and then working in recording studios later on, and as a part of several bands before venturing out and making solo albums. A Way Out of Here is his second solo, his first having been No Decoder from 2010. My impression here after listening to this album and then learning a little bit about Lang is that this is an artist who dove deep into the worlds of the technical and the creative, and came out on the other end quite the meticulous visionary. To my ears, Yogi Lang is a cross between Pink Floyd and Jeff Beck, with songs about the spiritual and the cosmic, as well as brilliant tunes with raunchy, clever guitar riffs. This artist mastered the two ends of the musical spectrum, the concrete and the abstract, and the precision with which he shades the area between is on display in this album. Notable songs include Shine on Me, Love Is All Around, Early Morning Light, and I'll Be There For You. A Way Out of Here was released on November 8th, 2019 by Gentle Art of Music. The single for this week is actually an EP called All the Ways You Sing in the Dark by Old Sea Brigade and Luke Sital-Singh. Old Sea Brigade and Sital-Singh are two indie artists who were friends for a long time and finally decided to collaborate on this EP. And it's our good luck that they did, because these songs comprise a courageous exploration. These are two artists who, despite belonging to the folk genre, have rather diverging sounds. So this album is exemplary of the kind of risk artists, particularly those in the mainstream, don't often take. These two came together and created something unique that only can be found on this album in all the world. And it is that unique combination of their accumulated life experience, wisdom, and imagination that make for a great listen. Notable songs are Summertime Low and Amaranth Moonlight. All the Ways You Sing in the Dark was released on August 28th, 2020 by Network Music Group. Check it out.
Tomorrow's gonna come. I've been halfway dreaming it. I'm cutting off all my ties. Keep thinking how hard we try. In the amaranth moonlight, I've been dreaming of the way.
And finally, the film for this week is Yes, God, Yes, directed by Karen Maine. I first saw Yes, God, Yes as a short last year, and now it's been released as a feature. The short presented us with a provocative, exciting look at the film, and the full version does not disappoint a bit. This is a fun little movie about a teenage Catholic schoolgirl who goes off to camp and has a sexual awakening. Now, is that the least likely place to have such an experience, or perhaps the best place to have one? The situation she's in is ripe for innuendo and cheap humor, all of which are quite appropriate for a film about teenage curiosity and rebellion. And there's this hilarious running gag throughout the film that doesn't get old for 1 second until it's gently and classily put to bed. How many people truly get to discover their sexuality? as in on their terms and not that of their peers and a society which demands that they keep up, even at such an age. Yes God Yes was released on July 24th, 2020 by Vertical Entertainment. I hope you like it.
You are here as a part of God's plan. His Spirit moved each of you to sign up for this retreat.
Who's that?
Hi, Alice, right?
Yeah.
Welcome.
It's okay if you think things are totally weird.
I'm gonna need your cell phone and watch. You won't be needing a watch this weekend anyway because you're on Jesus' time. See ya.
Alice, this retreat isn't going to do you any favors if you're not honest. So have you ever felt turned on?
Now that's rock and roll. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next week.
She played all the